All right, y'all know what it is. Probably one of our top 5 most popular vehicles that we have. We got an 88 box Caprice. This vehicle is here on consignment. Again, consignment. So I'm gonna go around it, let you guys know. First thing you're gonna notice, it does have a custom paint job. I don't know exactly what the color's called, but it's kind of like a maroon with a marble effect to it. So I'm gonna get in on the light so you guys can see that. So pretty dope, different design for sure. It's sitting on a set of chrome, 26 inch chromes. We got disc in the front, 4-piston wheel woods. Just gonna go around it. Paint's pretty solid. It's kind of hard to give it a grade. I want to give it an 8, but there are some spots that definitely will need touching up if you decide that you're gonna paint it. But I'll point those out. Doors look pretty solid. You can kind of see the way the flakes are in there. It gives it kind of like a shimmering effect. Beautiful color though. And then like I said, you got this marble effect. It's pretty dope. Roof is in pretty good condition, nothing to point out there. I'm gonna just keep on moving. Top has been replaced, the quarter rag. So got that newer look. So I kind of like this personally. It just looks nice and vibrant. Coming down the rear quarter looks pretty solid. We do have a paint crack right here. So that's why I said like the paint is nice, but there are a couple little spots. The rear quarter looks solid. We don't have any waves or dents. Most of the time when you see these custom painted cars, excuse me, chewing this gum, but the issue in my opinion is prep. That's why you sometimes get those cracks. It's not because the body's messed up. It's not because somebody hit the car or anything. It's normally because of prep. So I think back here on the trunk, you guys can really see that marble effect that I was talking about under the light. Checking out the rear of the car, trunk appears to be lined up properly. Bumper's nice and clean. No pitting, no rusting. All the chrome trim is intact around the tail lights as well. Looking down the driver's side, again, quarter panel looks solid. No waves, no dents. This is another one of those spots I was talking about where you kind of have this crack. Just gonna keep on moving down the doors. No issues there. They appear to be properly aligned too. That gap looks pretty even going down. That's always a plus. One less thing to worry about. Front fender looks solid. I don't see any dents or anything that needed to be pointed out. Glass, no cracks, no rock chips, and trim is intact around here as well. Back to the hood. No dents, no splits, and she appears to be properly aligned. Not catching on, well, a little bit off, but not catching on the corners. I think that's the most important thing. Looking at the front, grill looks great. Headlights look solid. They've been replaced with LEDs as well, and the bumper is nice and bright. But this is another spot that I noticed on the bumper filler in the front where you can see that it started peeling, and 100% it's always because of prep. That's the only way that can happen. You hit it with a pressure washer or even a hose and it starts blowing the paint off, and it's because it wasn't prepped right. So just keeping that in mind, you know, if you guys are interested. Most times when people buy boxes, they're getting them repainted anyway. Man, make sure your guy does the proper prep work. I've seen it too many times. We'll send a car to get painted, and when we come back, the first wash or anything, everything is blowing off. So we don't do that over here. Starting with the trunk, give me a second. Got a nice little setup, 2 kickers. Clean trunk, nice and carpeted, nothing special at all, but you do have a nice decent sound system just to go ahead and ride in. Let me close that. And the hood. So as you guys see, I did pop the hood, but the spring is not pushing it high enough. So you kind of gotta work your fingers underneath there or get something else that will pull it up. So you guys can kind of see. There we go. So there we go now. So just want to be transparent in that. All right, heartbeat of this car. We got a built 6.0. I didn't get all of the build specifications on it, but again, it's a 6.0. You got an upgraded alternator for the music, AC connect. We'll see if it blows in the car. Power brakes, power steering. Everything else is basically stock. Just a 6.0 swap with. We got aluminum radiator, dual fans. Check out the interior. One of the highlights of this vehicle, in my opinion, is the interior. It's obviously been redone. Nice little reddish, burnt red color. It's new, still smells new. No rips, no tears, obviously. Headliner's been redone. No warping, no sagging or anything there. Carpet, I don't know if it's new or not. There's no discoloration. Feels super soft. I ain't gonna lie, I can't tell if it's new. That's probably a good thing though. Passenger door panel looks great. No warping or anything. Obviously the car has been painted, so you're not gonna see any surface rust in the door jambs. Driver side, I'm sorry, passenger, front passenger. Again, panel looks great, no issues there. Carpet looks great. Custom console housing an iPad. Beautiful seats and dash. It's obviously been replaced. Nice and straight, no warping, no cracks. Let me see if this seat, the power seat does not work on the passenger side. I'll double check it. Maybe it needs to be, the car needs to be on. I don't think so though. And same on this rear driver side. Like I said, beautiful interior. Missing the ashtray cover here. So again, a little nitpicky thing, but try to make sure I show it. Doors are shutting nice and easy. So again, I do feel like they're aligned properly. Door looks solid again. No issues here. I'm gonna just get in. Let me see. This one does work. All right. The back too. So the recline function and then sliding it back works. Let me get these keys. Damn, almost dropped my knife. Sorry about that, put the keys in the wrong pocket. Let's go ahead, fire her up. Get my seatbelt on while the fuel pump primes. As you see, she fires right up. She sounds amazing with that exhaust. Super muscle car sound, real nice and deep. Idle as well. Most LS's, I think, you know, you'll be in that 750 to 800 range at a healthy idle. Looks like that's about where this one is at. Shows 4590 on the odometer. I'm assuming that's since the build. I mean, obviously since the build, but I can't tell you if that's accurate. Gas is reading full. I don't have no way of verifying that because they might not have said it accurately. Oil pressure is reading, and the water temp is coming up. Obviously, you got an aftermarket radio, iPad that goes with it. I could not get my phone to. No, wait. I'm sorry. It was the other one. I don't have my phone on me right now. Trying to see how we can do this because ain't no music on here. It does work when the time comes. If you're interested, we'll do a FaceTime and I'll figure that out. I just can't do anything right now because I don't have my phone on me. Blower is not working. No AC and no heat. I'm not feeling anything, so I'm just going through them. Sometimes different ones work. It's weird because I can kind of smell some heat. I don't know. We're gonna say no on that because I don't hear anything and I'm not feeling it. Horn good. Windows good. Checking the back. So we good there. Left turn signal is showing right there. Super small, but it is what it is. I know the lights work. They're showing on and I can see them up there. turned off the thing, and we're gonna see if it just takes a while to go. Anything else? Let me see. Oh, the opera lights, man. Let me see if I can just drop this down and show you guys. Opera lights have been replaced, so they're LED. And I don't know what I did, but I can't get the wiper to go off. I know sometimes that happens. I've driven this car already. This thing is definitely built, and it's got a super high stall. Like 3,200 is the minimum that I think that it's got. Like I said, you can hear it revving up. It sounds great though. Steering wheel is a little loose in the column. That's what I mean by that. So again, this thing sounds great. Shift super smooth. Not sure if it's a 60 or 80 under there. I'll double check. I didn't really glance at the wiring when I looked. Brakes feel good. A little bit on the touchy side, but they feel good. Steering is a little bit on the tight side. Got a little bit of a dead spot here. That's about normal, but it was tight though. Let me throw this in neutral and see. Yeah. No weird belt squeal or anything like that. Speedometer is working. Got it up to 50. No issues at all. Definitely got a super high stall with a high shift point, in my opinion. Temperatures coming up, so we're good there. Suspension feels for what it is with 26s, no issues there. So yeah, for the most part, solid. We're gonna get back. I got the box up on the rack, starting with the front bumper. Bumper looks solid. I don't have any cracks, any rust spots, nothing that need to be pointed out there. I'm gonna keep it smooth. Coming around passenger side, wheel well trim looks pretty solid. As you guys already, the wheels actually look, I'm sorry, tires look good. It's got some chrome 26s. It's up to you if that's your style or not, obviously, but the tires themselves look pretty solid. Moving underneath the car, the cladding looks good, and then even the body underneath. When they paint it, they got some on the frame, which, you know, depending on what you care about, I think in this case it looks good because it blends with the car, but no shame if you do black either. But you gotta do something besides leaving it you know, surface rusted. So looks good in my opinion. Rear tire, again, looks good. Rear quarter panel looks solid. The cladding and the paint itself. Let me get on under this wire. Rear bumper is great shape. Again, no rust, no dents. And rear quarter panel again. Body looks nice and straight underneath, and you guys can see the frame is nice and straight. So definitely solid. Now let's go ahead and get up under here. A little bit different video coming from the front and all of that, but everything looks nice and clean. No signs of oil leaks from the oil or trans pan. Obviously, again, it's a 6.0 LS swap. Braided steel lines for the transmission lines. Everything appears to be stock as far as the suspension is concerned. Exhaust, got a clean little X pipe setup. That's why she sounds as good as she does. Little bit weird, I think. So the manifold looks like it goes to, I don't know, I might be off, but maybe 2.5s to a 3, maybe, or maybe they're 2s and the 2.5s, but I don't know. But it's not even all the way through. Not a big deal at all. It's just one of them ticky-tack things when you're under a car you look at. Going down the driver's side, frames nice and straight. Floors look beautiful. No coating to hide anything. No soft spots, nothing there. So beautiful floors. Passenger side, again, frame is nice and straight, and floors look great. Obviously had to get a new drive shaft when you do the swap. Drums in the back, disc in the front, dump out right before the axle. Another reason why this car sounds so good. New gas tank. No signs of leaks or anything there. Again, frame looks great. Trunk pans look solid as well. No signs of any surface rust anywhere on this car. Factory 10 bolt rear end. So pretty solid. Right, so if you guys are interested in this box Chevy, give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on the website and Instagram. As always, appreciate you watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.